Hi, we're here with Richard Hofmeier, developer of Cartlife. Richard, what can you tell us about the process of making Cartlife?
Oh man, I'm not sure really where to start. I feel kind of silly saying so, but I didn't know any of this existed. I didn't know. I really thought I was the first person to think of, maybe instead of making a game about guns, I'll make something about real life. I really thought I was the first person to think of it, and so now I feel like kind of a fraud, because people have been doing this amazing work for decades. I didn't even know. I honestly didn't know. And so, kind of spent a long time toiling away in the code cave in bathrobe, typing and stuff. And then now that I've kind of seen the daylight, I'm kind of embarrassed by it a little bit, but
There's safety in numbers, and everybody's here right now. This is the safest place you're ever going to be. Tell me a little bit about the visual aesthetic. It has a really unique style. What were some of your influences for the visuals of the game?
Well, I guess I wanted. I know it's kind of pretentious that it's black and white, but I wanted to exaggerate the kind of call them thematic talismans. So it's like coffee grounds and silver coins in a cash register and cigarette smoke and newspaper print and things. So it's kind of black and white, but also kind of the depressive routine of it, and also. It's just kind of black and white. And the pixels, it's not entirely nostalgic. It's supposed to be a game about games themselves, but also the way that pixels simplify the image, the game is also simplifying the whole human life. So it's kind of this, the way the games simplify things is kind of, it's supposed to kind of ring true with the aesthetic, but it comes and goes.
That's awesome. You designed from a crazy meta level, like 10 stories above everything.
That's right, yeah. So I've got a lot of other games in the pipeline. If people are going to put up with this, then I've got to try their patience even further. So, but they don't really bear much of an aesthetic similarity to this one. They're more like comic books, so they're kind of slimy, depending on the content. So
how did you get into developing? What made you want to become a developer in the first place?
Well, man, again, I kind of feel like kind of an asshole for saying so, but I didn't like the games I was playing. The games are they're compelling. The bleeps and bloops, the blinking lights, you just want to touch it. You want to stick your hand in there, right? And so why does it always have to be this heroic nonsense? I'm happy living on planet Earth and talking with other humans. Like we all have, like you and I probably have the same number of ribs. Like that's enough for me. Like I don't need to be a space marine. and also so I played a lot of racing games growing up, much more than my fair share, and I got really skilled at them. But it's a totally useless skill in life. You get arrested for driving fast, and I have been many times. So it's like, if I would have had a game like Cartlife when I was a kid, and I could have hidden it from my parents and kind of toiled away in the dark when I should have been doing my homework, maybe I'd be a better man. I don't know.
Definitely. If I was a young kid, ready to toil away, what advice would you give me? How do you manage your life and all of life's stuff, and then all of the development work that needs to be done? How do you balance that?
Well, I guess, man, I don't know. It's hard. I don't really like giving advice because I've had kind of a rocky path, and I certainly don't think I've stumbled onto very many right answers. But I guess if I were speaking to maybe somebody who's thinking about making games, I'd say, yeah, it's going to be fine. The tools are easier to use now than they've ever been. You could just jump right in and take part. Even a total fraud like me can find himself here speaking to somebody like you. So it's pretty great. There's a lot to be grateful for, but I think that maybe the materials of games are probably the least interesting part, because then you'll find yourself studying bullet speed, trajectories, and mechanics, adopting them and trying to platformers and stuff. And so a lot of people's first games kind of bear these similarities before they start to confess their experience of life in the game itself. And so I guess maybe go get in trouble, and instead of brushing your teeth in the mirror all the time, go find new ways to get your teeth dirty, I guess would be.
Awesome, that's great advice. Thank you so much, Richard. Good luck tonight.
Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.